Hey, welcome back to Chuck Tuesday Tips. Today we're going to try and work on the squirrel. So you hear us talk a lot about the tumbler, so we're going to show you the tumbler. This is the tumbler. This is what after we degrease and wash our stuff, we put it in here. So anyway, we're gonna. That's funny. Sorry. Hey, it keeps me entertained. We washed our squirrel after we took it out of the alcohol tan we talk about, and after it was wired wheeled, and we tumbled it, get it kind of dry, just like the birds. And what this does is, besides drying and fluffing the fur or feathers, tumbling in the cob dust also picks up any grease or mung or muck. And if, as you can see, even though this hide is tanned in alcohol and turpentine, it looks like leather. So it's really a cool thing. Now we're going to come over to our mannequin. Now, if you had a really good taxidermist teaching you this, he would tell you always test fit your skin before you film something, because when I took this down, I got a bad feeling that this body might be a little on the small side for this. But you know what? We're going to go with it anyway. So, in one of my lessons, I think I might have skinned one of these, I don't remember, but we've clipped these off at the wrist and at the back foot here at the heel, and left those bones in, because it's almost impossible to skin out these things. Well, probably is impossible. But what we're going to have to do, our first step, is we're going to have to make some room for those by just clipping them off the mannequin. And then that's going to allow us, when we slide our hide in there, we'll put a little blending clay, and that'll give us the room we need. And I can see here, by putting that hide back up alongside this, I need a little more room. Then we need to make us a little lip slot. Quit dropping stuff in this mannequin here to tuck our lips. And we might even need to, well, you can do the nose a couple ways. One way is, in fact, the one way we're going to do it is, we can cut off this whole nose and just put clay in there, or we can drill this all out and try and tuck it. But I think I'm going to go with the clay. Just made an executive decision. Then, reach into our magic drawer of eyes here. Pick out some, we're going to use bird eyes. Why? Because we bought every one of them they had at the show, that's why. On wire. We like eyes on wire, because see, we can just set them in like that. so lazy today, I tried to have this cart over here so I didn't have to move. We'll get a little bit of clay out. Oh God, now JJ's yawning. Does it ever end? It's a beautiful lazy day in Ojai. Get a little clay out, dip it in the glue so it'll slide smooth. Pinch a little piece off there. Slide it down in. I don't know if you saw that move. Can you see that filling that up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have to do that 4 times. I think this is the one, you know what, I remember now. This is the one we tried to skin it and the tail blew off or something, remember? Oh no, wait, that was before you. I think that was the one Wendy filmed it and the
Mic wasn't on.
The mic wasn't on, that's what it was. Something, it was all perfect too. It was perfect. For a change. Okay, see here we're just pushing it down, you can see it filling up the skin. And if you get a little too much, that doesn't matter because you can work it back up. Onto the mannequin. As long as, you know, you end up with a transition. Because what you don't want to do is end up with that butted up to here and it all rough. So put a little basically every time I do an eye, I still do the same basic principle as when I do it on a game head. The upper and lower lid. And you want to keep a habit of getting in good habits by keeping your routine, by doing all the steps close to the same, as similar as possible, even though it's a different species. It just becomes routine that way. We have angry squirrel now. Put a little on for the nose. Feather it a little bit. Oh, now we need a tail wire. Reach over here in our spare wire junk. That'll work, huh? Normally I'd straighten it on the drill, but guess what? Too lazy. So instead of doing it the right way, I'll do it the wrong way and then show you how to struggle through it. I'm gonna just make a little U-bend on the wire like we do in a bird. There we go. Now we'll put a little glue. I'm a good example on my students. Like now, normally when you're filming, you would turn the phone off. So then it rang once, so he still didn't turn the phone off. Then it rang again, but then he turned the phone off. Okay, let's see if we can get this in here now. Again, you want to try to get as little glue off the hair as possible. Oh, it's the meathead. Don't pick up. My stepson. Probably looking for his bong that I threw away. Oh wait, I didn't say that. That would be embarrassing him, wouldn't it? Does that make me bad? There's one of our better birds we've done walking around out there. As you can see now, again, just like on the little fox video, putting this bad boy on, just like a sock. As far as the ears go, we're going to card those up. Looks like the head's going to fit. But yeah, it looks like the body's going to be a little bit small. He's just obsessed with the chickens. Sometimes he scares me. You know?
I think it's funny you have a chicken walking around or something.
It is, like it happens all the time. This is a male squirrel. So whenever you have whatever, you need to put the anatomy back in. So we're going to make a little squirrel dong, or whatever it's called, JJ. There we go. Going back to our reference chart, we've measured how big our scrotum is. Haha, that's funny. Squirrels kind of have big ones. Okay, that's enough of that. Put a little more glue on. Now, oh great, my bucket of water is all the way to hell over here. With my airbrush, as we're painting a lot of stuff around here right now. Someday I can afford running water, but for right now, I use a bucket. Put our tail wire in. Oh yeah, I remember now, JJ. I remember. Tail busted in two on this one. And it won't come out. It's all your fault. So we have a huge problem with this one. God, here I thought it was a perfect squirrel too. We have to work the tail wire up. There we go. And we're gonna have to wire it. That's the purpose of these tips. You don't want everything to be perfectly smooth, because then you'd think that everything was, you know, nothing to it, and you're always going to run into issues and this and that, and that's why you want to learn not to panic, you know. Well, one time we panicked because we had a high explosive in it. That's time to panic. But other than that, okay, look at this. And see, we didn't even, if you notice, We didn't even cut any slots into our body to get the skin to come up to fit. So I'm going to borrow JJ's needle because his are always sharp. And JJ's going to hand me my thread that I left on the other side. Now this one is a shorter incision than say on the little fox we did, or a bobcat or a coyote or something that you're sewing up from the back. So you don't need to start at both ends. Something like this, you could just start at one end and work your way up. So we'll get started on the sewing. How much time are we in, JJ?
16 minutes.
16 minutes, alright. And then again, I have another transition I forgot to mention here. Around the base of the tail, we're adding a little clay because I forgot to do it first. Alrighty. Yeah, JJ, I might not like your needles. I forgot. You like the round. I like it straight.
It's not mine. Mine's a half round.
Is it a half round? What the hell is this round then? Oh yeah, here. Good, because I tell you what, that full round sucks. Tell you that. Who's been sneaking in here and doing taxidermy?
Putting needles?
Putting needles in the thing. Cody. Okay, and again we're going to use a baseball stitch. Again, the rule is every 1/4 inch or half the length of the hair. When something this small, you're going to want to do a little tighter than 1/4. And then we're going to put a card on the back when we're done. So we're going to sew this up, and I think what we're going to do is make this a 2-parter since this is going kind of good. And I think I'm going to start sewing this up, and we're going to end this tip, and then we're going to come back next week with it sewed up. We're going to do the face, tuck the lips, we're going to pose it, card it, groom it out, blow it out, do all the steps that we kind of didn't really get to do on the coyote pup because of the intensity of that project. But as you can see, we're already starting to come up the back here. I chose to start at the tail and work to the head only because it'll be easier when I get to the end that way than if I went the other way. So we're gonna have to find a nut or something to put in this guy's hand. Oh, we have an M16 and a hand grenade. Maybe we'll do a full metal jacket squirrel. I am not a mean man. To me, you are all equally worthless. You are all maggots. You are not Marines. Oh, sorry. Having a flashback. I hate everyone equally. That's Lee Armin, my hero. He actually got to yell at my friend. I was jealous. What is your serious malfunction, Rob Gordon? See that? It's getting. We're making some progress. Yeah, JJ, I don't know. I think for my sewing, the straight needles, I'm a lot faster with it. But this one, you definitely don't pinch hardly any hair. We discuss a lot of times the difference in the needle styles because different people like different styles of needles. Remember to keep in mind to keep your check your alignment as you go. What are we at, Jay?
21 minutes.
21 minutes?
We have 6 minutes of battery left.
Okay. This is another reason when people say about the timing of the tips. As soon as we get some editing equipment or an editing thing, we'll be able to edit this whole boring part out